How's it going, everybody? Doing a drink review here today, and we'll be doing some tapping on a cut. You would have seen it in the thumbnail. Some game cases, big ones. I'll get into those in a few minutes. The drink I'll be reviewing is a Celsius Live Fit Fizz-Free Pink Lemonade. I don't think I did this one. I don't think this is one of the earlier Celsius I did a little while back. I gotta shave tomorrow. My beard's getting real crazy. I'm sweating a bit. I was outside weed whacking, and then I was putting the new kind of gutter pieces I got, cutting them and wrapping them around the busted gutter spot that connects. It seems like a pretty good fit. We'll see what happens when it rains hard. But it's hot. It's probably, let's see what it is right now before I crack this open. I'll crack it open anyway. Let's see. It doesn't smell like green. That's weird. Huh. Feels like 91 right now, and it is 11 a.m. 11:07 when I'm filming this. I'm filming it Sunday. It's going up Monday. This one's weird. It's got like a creaminess taste to it. I can taste pink lemonade, but it's not a strong pink lemonade taste. And that weird Celsius flavor's there, but it's not that strong in this one. This is a weird one. It is a tad refreshing, I will say. Because, like I said, it just came out of heat, so I'm sweating a little bit. I really do need to shave tomorrow. This is like, I don't know, 5 days worth of growth here. This is a weird one. I'll be rambling a little bit too, not a ton. When I start tapping, I'm not going to be rambling a ton. The Knicks did win the NBA Finals last night. Like I said, this is going up Monday, but that game 5 was Saturday night. The Spurs blew, I think, double-digit leads in every game. They did win game 3, but they blew, and obviously the huge 29-point halftime lead they blew. But you could sit here and say, oh, they're young and stuff, but a lot of those Knicks players, they have some more playoff experience, but they're not like, do any of them have titles on the Knicks? From other teams they were on? Josh Hart came from Portland, so he definitely doesn't. Brunson wouldn't. Anthony Towns wouldn't, because he came from Minnesota, right? And the other, was it Anunoby? Does he maybe have one? Was he on Toronto at some point? Does he actually have one? I don't know where all these guys came from. I know they were all traded, I think. Brunson might have been a free agent. This one's, it's not terrible, but it's very strange. After the NHL Finals is over, I'll probably do like I said, I'm filming Sunday. Game 6 of that series is tonight. So it'd be great, because if this video doesn't view, because there's no gum involved, I'd throw up 2 videos tomorrow. If the Carolina wins it in 6, I can do both. I don't know. We'll see. I'm gonna go with 7 on this, honestly. It's not terrible. It's very weird. I am gonna give it the 7, which I think is the highest I've given a Celsius. It's a bit refreshing. The pink lemonade taste is not strong, but it has this like creaminess taste to it, like almost like a strawberry cream or vanilla cream, whatever. It's that like consistency. But it doesn't have a hard Celsius taste. So I'm gonna give it a 7. I'm gonna be a little generous and give it a 7. Because I'm going through it pretty quickly, so I don't hate it. But I got 3 cases here to tap on today. 7 out of 10, and it's pink lemonade, fizz-free Celsius Live Fit. Chrono Cross, PlayStation. Oh, Bridges is the other guy. They have the Knicks. The starting 5 I'm talking about. I think they actually traded for him too. So they didn't do it the to say the normal way, but the traditional way of building a roster through, draft picks and maybe a free agent, and maybe a trade here and there. Mostly picks, which whatever, they got it done. I'm not a Knicks fan, obviously. It's cool to see New York get a title. Like I was saying the other day, like a main title. We'll say, like I said, the Liberty have won. One of the soccer teams has won. So they have been picking up titles. But we'll say the big three. Football. I'm not even going to put hockey in the big. Because hockey is below the other three. I mean, I love it the most, hockey, but it is not as popular as the other three. It is gaining popularity. Siberia, the world before. I'm going to. Somebody's asking. I get asked about the eras gameplays, the 2K stuff. From time to time, and I got asked again, or mentioned. But I'm probably gonna pick up 2K25 from Amazon because it's $10. Because I'm getting a little bit of that itch, so I'm gonna pick that up maybe later today or tomorrow. Order it. So I still want to do an older gameplay. But I might throw that in and do an eras from that gameplay. I know not a lot of it. I know they added apparently Barkley, Reggie Miller, Charles Barkley, Rasheed Wallace. I love Rasheed Wallace from his time on Portland. Did win a title with Detroit. Those three apparently, and there's a list of guys that aren't in that one, like Blake Griffin, like the whole '65 Celtics team, apparently. But I kind of was like, I'll grab a new one. It's probably not much different, but it's cool to have Miller and Barkley in there, and Wallace. Some of the, like Blake Griffin's not there. John Wall, a couple of the really known names. But I was like, I'd replace those bigger names with Miller, Barkley, and like a Rasheed Wallace. But probably order that later. Maybe $10. I'm tempted to get the college football 2K 25. Is that? No. Who put that out? I gotta look, because that's only $10 too. I apologize, I should be tapping. Oh my god. It is EA, so it's not too. It's I was gonna say wait, they I guess they own the rights for the college too. It's $10 for the 2K25 one. I know some of you have played that. You've mentioned it. Let me know how their franchise mode is. Maybe I'll pick that up as well and dig around with that. Try to make my money back on a video. It's Octopath Traveler for the Switch. I talked about this. I picked this up, the game on its own, back when we first got the Switch in like 2020, and I found this at a garage sale back in Islip. And they even said like there's no game, it's $5 for the this would be Wayfarer's edition or Way something. It has everything in there, but I think there was like a plastic slipcase, but everything else is in there. So I was like, yeah, sure, I'll take it. Increases the value of the game if I sell it. I want to say I got that game. It was on sale at the time for like $40. Cool game. And this makes great tapping sound. just finish this, get out of the way. 7 out of 10 on that. I might be going a little high on it, not by much, but the pink lemonade taste is not strong, but it's there. It's got a creaminess to it, like I said. It's pretty refreshing. And the Celsius taste that's been in other ones is not really strong, so that's a recipe for some success. Cool off. It's not too bad of a sound. Sweaty finger. Damn, against there's the sexualness of the video. Sweaty finger on a cardboard sleeve. Whoa. Put that as the title. Everybody watch it. Pick what the fuck. This is a good sound too, just not like the tapping, just kind of fingertips on any kind of surface. I saw a video of a Spurs fan. I think this was after game 4 in the garden. He was a big dude. Like, this guy was, he was, like, the people call him a tank because he was, and he was just going after, I don't know if Knicks fans are giving him shit, but he was going, he was just mobbed by Knicks fans, and he was just going after all of them. I was like, this guy is just, get him on the team, dude. He's holding off everybody. Some of them are trying to, like, trip him from behind. They didn't want to face this guy head on. He fucked them up. I was like, why are they not all just but he was just like picking out people. I was like, oh shit. He had a Rodman jersey on. Rodman was on the Spurs for I think 2 years, maybe. Might have been 90. Maybe 90. It might have been 92, 93, 93, 94, 93, 94, 94, 95. Yes, because 95, 96, he went to the Bulls and they won the three-peat. I think he was only there for 2 years. I think he was on the Pistons up until 92, 93, and then 3, 4, 4, 5. I think he was on the Spurs 2 years. That's when he like dyed his hair. That's when he really became like the Rodman. People know he's always incredible in terms of like a player, rebound, defense, and stuff. But like the personality, I think he became. It was there in Detroit, but it really like started to do its thing when he went to San Antonio. I'm kind of itching now to get that 2K. I mean, $10, whatever it is. If I put up one video of it and that video makes $10, hey, great, paid for the game. Even if I don't give a shit about it after a couple of game plays or something. Because I like doing those. It's just that game takes up a ton of space. So if I want to play something else, it's like, okay, I will delete that and get it out of there. But I can grab a new game and start fresh with a franchise. Maybe. I was gonna say maybe on like a. Maybe I was gonna say maybe I'll like ask you guys in a post, like, what team do you want me to start in Eras mode with? Kind of just write it in a comment because I'm not gonna put every team. Or you know what? I might do from some teams I'm interested in. See how many I could put in a poll. Teams that I'm kind of interested in doing, maybe like a Portland, Indiana. There's a few teams I've done obviously in the past, but Portland would definitely be one. Maybe Indiana, certain teams. I'll probably start again from the Jordan Bird era. Some tapping on a couple of game cases there. Octopath Travel, Siberia, The World Before, Chrono Cross, Celsius, Fizz Free Pink Lemonade, drink review, 7 out of 10. And just obviously rambling in there, here and there, as always. I love the sound of my own voice. And yeah, let me know, anybody, like I said before, in the comments, or wherever, if you want to message me on Instagram or something, if you follow me on there. Let me know how the college football 2.5 is, the franchise mode is in that. Because I love the fact that they have the players there. And obviously the college place is the first one they had them in. Was that first one, 25? It's funny because I look back to back in the day. I'm going to end on this ramble real quickly. Like back in the day, I would, certain games, they were like the Genesis games, the EA games, some of them, especially football, really, and hockey, I think were the two that did this. Maybe baseball. I'm pretty sure like the Lakers versus Celtics, they didn't have all the teams, but they had the team names and the players of the teams in there from the beginning, whatever team was in there. So the Lakers versus Celtics only had like 8 teams. The final like 8, I believe, from the playoffs that year, and then they bumped it to all the playoff teams. And then by NBA Showdown, 94, it was every team. But anyway. Like the first NHL had the team license, but not the players. And then it had the players and not the team. And then they eventually got them both. Same thing with Madden. I would always prefer the player's license over the team. Sports Talk Baseball is another one on Genesis that did this. They had the player's license, but not the team's. I'd rather than make up a fake logo for a team or whatever. I'd rather have the players for the team, to be honest with you. Obviously, it's not a thing anymore. You get the players and teams, although some players might not want their face on there unless you don't pay him enough money or whatever. Like Jordan did that back in the 90s. He didn't pop. He was in games and then he disappeared from them. He's in them now again, obviously. But and Barkley and stuff, these guys, I think they want a lot of money or they decide, whatever, that's right, get your money. These game companies got a lot of money. And those games will sell. Sport games typically are going to sell, regardless if they suck, which a lot of them I feel like are subpar these days because EA just owns the football rights, so it's like they don't have competition pushing them past like just being okay games. Like back when it was 2K versus them, they were both putting out gems. You were getting golden era football games in that PS2, Xbox Cube era, and then they're like, nope. EA's like, nope, fuck this, we're buying up the rights because we can't handle it. And the fact that 2K5, ESPN NFL 2K5 was like $20 out of the gate. Fucking great. It's my favorite football game. Well, it's one of my favorite football games. Probably Tecmo Super Bowls, but that one is definitely my favorite football game, or sport game in general. From that whole era, even going back to Nintendo 64 and stuff. And forward. And then, who has the NHL now? 2K? But I don't think they just straight up own the rights. Like, you get the 2K NBAs, but I'm pretty sure they don't own the rights. And MLB The Show is just Sony, I guess, and they put it out on Microsoft as well, so it's like, there's like no competition between any of these teams, so they just make either mediocre or decent sport games. And it's like, give us the good shit here, man. Get another team, another sport in there with the competition, because God forbid these companies face a little competition, because then they'd have to put in more effort. God forbid. Just grab up the rights and take all the money and mediocre to okay product. You're not let me know, anybody who plays this, maybe I'm completely wrong. Any of these like NBA or Maddens, like have they ever been as incredible as they were in that like PS2 era? Where they were just like, boom, you had like, oh, Madden 05 and 2K5, they're both fucking awesome. 04, and even like Madden, probably a little bit after they got the rights, was still really good. And then they probably carried fuck it. Roster update, random little new feature. But let me know if any of them are like spectacular, or they're all just, we'll say even like just like maybe a 7 out of 10, 8 out of 10. Like a 6 to 8 out of 10 is what they're doing. You're not going to see many 9s, but who can, maybe I'm wrong. But anyway, I rambled on a little longer actually there, but thanks for checking this out.